If you're broke and have little to no money and you're thinking about getting into insurance, starting in life insurance can actually hurt you financially. But no one tells you that. Here are the pros and cons between PNC and life insurance. Let's get it. Okay, I know what you're thinking. When you're getting into insurance, the first thing that comes to your mind, or the first question that you ask, is where can I make the most money? PNC or life insurance? But you're already starting wrong, because that's not the question you should ask. The question you should ask is, where can I survive long enough so I can learn how to sell? When you're starting in PNC, most carriers offer you base plus commission, and that gives you that breather, and it helps. They actually think about, how am I going to train this person, and give you a month of training with base, because you won't be selling right off the bat. You need to learn, how is this sold, who is this best for, and objection handling. Versus in life insurance, they throw you right off the bat and trying to sell you this model of, you have your own business, when really you're looking for a job. How can you have your own business if you don't have capital to invest? You don't have it. If you had the capital to invest, you wouldn't be doing this. You would be making your dreams come true, opening a cookie shop, or starting a fashion brand. But it wouldn't be your insurance agency, at least not yet. This is a dream that is developed, or you're bred into it. Like, I've seen a lot of children that are like legacies of insurance agents that grew in insurance, and they have their own agencies, and then their kids see them grow their agencies, and that dream is seen, and then it's developed. But it's not your everyday child's dream. Why is PNC better to start in? Now, I'm not saying, like, I want to make a disclaimer here. I'm not saying don't do life insurance. I'm not saying I'm anti life insurance. I'm saying don't start there, because it's 100% commission, and most agency models that I've seen, they have it formatted in a way that recruiting is more important, and they make you build a team, and you're basically living off of your team, and you need to buy leads. But more about that further in the video. Now, why is PNC a good starting point? Well, first of all, there's low barrier of entry. Most agency owners already know what they're looking for. When they're looking for new agents, they know that you don't have any experience. They know that you don't have the education. They actually have to pay for your education. So it's a low barrier of entry. You just have to say, hey, I'm coachable. I'm here. I'm ready to sell. Let me in. And that's all basically what you have to do. And if you haven't seen my video on how to land your first PNC job, check this video right here. And I also have another video to help you pass your exam right here. So check those out. And they're all gonna be in my insurance playlist right here. All of that is going to be in the description box below. Now let's continue. Now with PNC, because it's a commodity, it's something that people need every day. Everybody needs car insurance, and everybody needs home insurance and renter's insurance. So these kinds of insurance are necessary. It's a commodity. So you'll get a faster path to income versus life insurance that you have to really get into and explain the value of life insurance, why it's important, educate your clientele. Versus PNC clients, they already know, they're already shopping for it, they know that they need it. If they don't, they get a fine. So it's something that they need every day. So it's a lot quicker to convert. It's a lot quicker to your path to income. The commissions are lower versus life insurance, yes, but you do get more new business than what a life insurance agent has to. They really have to grind to get that new business. In PNC, they train you how to actually talk to people in real life scenarios. They teach you how to explain coverage. and how to handle rejection without starving. Because yeah, you may get a no, and I see that a lot when I'm working right now that I'm training and learning how to handle leads, and I got a lot of no's, I got a lot of hang-ups, and there's so many leads that are looking for car insurance or whatever insurance that they need that it's faster. It's like, okay, this one said no, let me notate it, and then move on. Okay, so we've covered why it's good to start with PNC. Now let me tell you why it's bad to start in life insurance when you're broke. Because if you have savings, go ahead, be my guest, start in life insurance and get that high commission. But when you're broke, because I'm going off of my experience, and that's what happened to me, you're broke and you have no money, you can't invest any money on leads. You can't really get into this like that. So let's really get into it, okay? Let me tell you what happened, okay? And I'm going to tell you through my story. I actually started studying to be a life insurance agent before PNC, and I learned a lot, and I was already inside a company. They gave me their discount to start studying the life insurance. But what happened is that as more time progressed, because they make you go into these daily motivational calls in the morning just to basically motivate you and to kind of put you in this mindset that, oh, this is like this entrepreneurial kind of talk and language. Like, oh, this is your business. This is very important. You need to invest in your business. It is kind of very a repetitive language of like trying to keep you motivated and trying to keep you inside the company. Don't ask any questions and do what we tell you kind of scenario. The one I was in wasn't as bad as the other ones I've seen, but it just was not my vibe. First of all, they don't give you any base, as we already know. There are no benefits. There's this entrepreneurial language when you are looking for a job. I mean, I was in this sales training with these people, and the trainer was saying, well, you should invest $400 at least in the beginning in your leads, when I only had $20 in my bank account. Make that make sense. It just doesn't make any sense. What it makes you think like, what am I doing? What am I getting into? These people are asking me to spend my money when they're not giving me any money. The point of this is to make money. So when you see that, it's like alert. You don't want to be in a company that you have to invest in leads, because you're not running your business. You're there for a job. You need them to pay you commission on the premium that you sell, and they have to give you those leads for free. If you have to pay for your own leads, you are basically running your own agency. Then, and at that point, what are we doing? You're buying leads from this agency, representing them, but then you have your own agency. It's like, what? Doesn't make sense. It's kind of like a pyramid scheme. If you're gonna be a life insurance agent, you have to really watch out which company you are associating with, because we want to keep it ethical. At least I am a very ethical person, and if something doesn't make sense to me, my values and my morals, I will not do it. I also want to take a moment to debunk this myth about chasing a big commission. Yes, you get really big commissions. It starts between, I've seen the lowest 60 all the way to 150% of the commission. But a big commission does not equal stability, because you may have a big commission check today and not get any bites for a month, and then that commission is gone. Because it goes into your expenses, it goes into your daily living, into food, or whatever you need. You can't save something, like it's not sustainable unless you're like all the time grinding, trying to find new business. I mean, think about it. You cannot build confidence in sales when you're constantly panicking about money. So here are my recommendations. Don't do what I did. Don't waste any time starting your insurance career in life insurance. That's something you can do later. So here's my strategy, okay? Listen to me. first of all, start in PNC, build your skills, build your confidence, and build your savings account. Save money. Then you can add life insurance as a supplement. We can add life insurance into the mix. You can either transition completely because you have a base, you have savings in your account that can really help you start in this career, or you can supplement. What do I mean by supplement? You can be a full-time PNC insurance agent and a part-time life insurance agent. That way you're not too stressed about new business acumen. That way you can do it when you can, and if you get a policy and it's a fat commission, great. That goes into the saving account that we open later because we listen to Victoria. So we're going to put that fat check in the savings account, and you continue your life with ease. Just let your friends and family know that you're a life insurance agent. Spread the word with your personal brand, because that's what we learn in Victoria's channel, how to build a personal brand, so that when you already established as a PNC agent, there's trust. And that way, when you say, hey, by the way, I got my license in life insurance and I can write a life insurance policy for you in X state. That way it's easier. You're not like hunting for new business because you already are established. You have your personal brand. People trust you. They're going to flock to you because they already know you. And you'll be honest and give them the best advice that you can. Now, when we get to this stage where we're looking for life insurance agencies, we want to keep these things in mind. We need transparency, okay? We need free leads, free warm leads. Don't give me any cold, recycled old leads. Be very aware of that when you're talking and negotiating, which is that video I told you about earlier. I have some negotiation tactics in there, and if you want me to do a dedicated video or episode about negotiation, leave me a comment below and let me know, so that way I can curate and create content that's valuable for you. Now back to our list. Lastly, morals and values. Make sure that no one is doing anything, shady or anything. Just because I've seen a lot of agencies that target senior citizens and veterans, and I am just not about that. Okay? Especially veterans who served our country and then are being taken advantage of on top of all of that, and they don't have really good benefits as it is. Come on, guys. Come on, have a little bit of sympathy for people who served in the military and seniors who worked their butt offs in the past generation. Let's be respectful. Okay, that's just something that is me particularly. I have very strong values, and when I was seeing what I was seeing, I'm not vibing with this. I don't care how much money I'll make, I'm out. And that is all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this content, you know what you have to do. You have to give me a like, comment below, share, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Also follow our podcast, She Is a Beast, wherever you listen to podcasts. Because in my next videos, I am formulating a series. And this was pros and cons life and PNC because you requested it. Next, I'm going to be working on captive versus independent PNC edition. Let me know if that's something you want to hear from me. I see that I had comments in my videos and I'm really excited, and I want to say thank you so much for supporting my small channel. Because of you, I am motivated to create more content like this. So keep doing what you're doing. Keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing, and keep commenting. I need that feedback so I know exactly what to create for you. Thank you so much. Love you, and see you on the next one. Bye.